Hey everybody, what's happening? Sonofasilverstacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 19th day of January 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to JM Bullion so we can look at the live spot prices. Now it looks like gold is up 407 to 1824.92, silver up 28 cents to 23.85, platinum up 674 to 1,574, and palladium down 647 to 1926.78. Folks, I got to show you something here. Now, this is why you're probably wondering why I'm on this landing page as opposed to my normal, typical landing page. Wanted to show you the 2022 1 ounce American Silver Eagle, the bullion version. And on this particular picture, it shows that this is a reeded edge underneath the date, right? And, well, I came across a picture on Twitter that had the variation missing on the 2022 coin, and I was like, wait a minute, is something going on here? Because I know I had predicted that the missing reed variation may not be on the 2022 American Silver Eagles. However, after looking at this a little bit further, I noticed there was a missing reed here underneath the sun. And I also noticed that the sun rays seem to be a little bit thicker on the 2022 than they did the 2021. Now that's just two things that I've noticed. There could be more easily, but for now I'm just going to stick with that missing reed underneath the sun, or is it the 2022 date? So I remembered that I had ordered one from Pinehurst that was sitting in the garage, so I plucked it out, and this is what I found. No missing reed under the date. However, right here under the sun, you can't really see it that well, but there it is. There's a missing reed there. Now let's go over here to the next photographs I've taken. Now I've adjusted it where the shadow is lit up inside that missing reed edge right there. As you can see, the light's coming from this area right here. Now look at the 2022, no missing reed there whatsoever. Boy, here we go. So this is the last one I've taken, and this shows the missing reed with no shadowing, kind of a silvery flat surface. Interesting, folks. So is this particular coin an error? Was the coin I received an error? Is it supposed to look like this? Is it, what is happening? So this is really a kind of a big deal happening right now. And why would they believe that this one is going to have a missing reed under the 2022? So have you received a 2022 American Silver Eagle bullion coin yet? And is the missing reed under the 2? Is it over here under the sun? Where is it? Because this is really odd. And did the first batch, I mean, folks, let me know in the comments. Did you get one here under the sun, under the date, or somewhere anywhere else around this edge? We don't know what's going on, but this is definitely fascinating. It could be a nothing burger, but until we find out what's happening, what's going on, we should definitely be paying attention to this. Absolutely. Now, our next stop today is Numismatic News, and there's an article called Collector Favorites Among Big U.S. Silver. And in the live stream yesterday, there was somebody asking, and they were new to coin collecting, and they were asking what they should collect. And I came across this particular article, and I thought this would be a really good direction for new collectors to look into. So here we go. This is by Mark Benevenuto. Benevenuto, I like that name, that's cool. When it comes to collecting U.S. coins, there are some series which are always in the limelight, which are always of interest to collectors. Absolutely. A person could certainly make this case for several different gold coins, but many folks find collecting gold to be too expensive a proposition, right? Can't do it out of our league, that's for sure. That then shifts the focus for us to a precious metal that is much more affordable, silver. But that doesn't mean we can't someday, right? Come back. Here, then, for our consideration, are 4 series of classic United States silver coins that have kept their place in the sun for decades. They're limelight, right? In the limelight. Now, let's look and see what we might find among the following big silver. And those are Morgan dollars from 1889, and that's the CC. That's not too attainable, let's face it. It's probably really expensive. Morgan dollars always seem to be the collector favorites, and if possible, the idea of them being in the center of attention is perhaps even more obvious as 2021 ends, right? We had the Morgan and Peace dollars drop, and they could be dropping again this morning because I think they dropped just yesterday morning. So that was around 9 o'clock, I think, too, which was really an odd time. The year 2021 saw a revival of the design and the issuing several different, very new Morgan dollars. Some folks jumped for them right at the starting gun and tried to get all of the new Morgan dollars, meaning every mint mark or privy mark. And that's 6 of them total, or 5 Morgans really. Others among us are still waiting, hoping that there might be excellent prices sometime in the future on the secondary market. And only time, indeed, will tell if this comes to pass. So basically, they're saying some people held out thinking the prices will come down, and other people are like, yep, I'm holding on to it. This is nowhere to go but up. Now, if there is a buzz among the Morgan dollar lovers because of the new dollars, this means plenty of us are most likely also looking at the classic series. And that couldn't be more true because these 2021 Morgan dollars, love them or hate them, have sparked renewed interest in the Morgan dollar coin program series, whatever you want to call it. Now, it's fair to say that there is no series that has been graded and encapsulated by third-party grading services more than the Morgan dollars. And now that can work to a person's advantage. That means the market's saturated, right? As it is easy to compare prices between one grade and another. The disadvantage is that there are so many different dates and mint marks, some of them rather scarce, that assembling a full collection can be tough and might get costly. And I don't know if that the might part will, but it definitely will get costly, at least in my opinion. Now, let's concentrate on the common date Morgan dollars for a moment, though. And it says here, we'll define common as having more than 1,000,000 strikes, except for anything bearing the CC mint mark. That Carson City mint mark always seems to carry a premium. Yet there is definitely some good news among the common date Morgans, and that good news is several dates were made to the tune of 10 million or more, and these common dates are very affordable even in grades of MS63 or MS64. Now, as a general rule, the MS65 grade is something of a jumping off point to higher prices. So anything MS65 and higher is going to be pricey, but plenty of the Morgan dollars look very attractive in the middle mid-state grades. A person new to this series will find that $100 goes a long way to landing some excellent looking coins. Yes, these common date favorites can be easy to collect, and this is obviously the piece dollar, and those are absolutely stunning. Probably my favorite between the two, the Morgan and the pieces. Definitely got to be the piece. So piece dollars, where the Morgan dollars go, the piece dollars tend to follow. These have also been collector favorites for decades now. Of the two series, the piece dollars are the easier to assemble into a collection since the series is far shorter and has fewer dates and mint marks in its lineup. The series only has two key coins, the low mintage 1928 and the scarce high relief 1921. Both tend to be expensive in just about any grade. That's right, even if it's been run over by a tank, I imagine. But when it comes to common dates, well, the piece dollars take up common to a new level. And that's awesome. The year 1922 was first in which the piece dollar was coined for an entire year. This because the 1921 came out only late in that year. I think it was December. The fine folks in Philadelphia certainly got to the business of making these big silver pieces, as the total was just over 51.7 million of them. The branch facility in Denver anteed up another 15 million that year. On top of all of that, the San Francisco branch added a further 17.4 million, making the 1922s a remarkably common silver dollar. Incidentally, that Philly number would not be eclipsed until the unveiling of the Eisenhower dollars nearly 50 years later. And that was 1971. Mintages this large mean that even today, the 1922 piece dollar is very affordably priced, whatever its mint mark, and should be available to any collector who wants one. And that's outstanding. The production of the piece dollars dropped over the course of time, but for 4 years, from 1922 to 1925, the totals at the main mint remained high enough that once again, $100 will go quite a ways and land some coins with major league eye appeal. Even at the tail end of things, the 2-year-long final hurrah in 1934-1935, attractive piece dollars are not all that expensive. Now it says here, for any of us who might want to get our mitts on the creme de la creme of piece dollars and land something like an MS69 grade, well, there is the 2021 version, the counterpart to the 2021 Morgan dollar. Prices for this new version of the classic piece dollar vary widely, but that's because they're still appearing on eBay and other online venues. As we mentioned, for the most modern of all Morgan dollars, some of us have jumped for the new piece dollars right as they came out of the gate. Others of us are hanging back, waiting to see what might happen to the prices on the various markets. Now, the next one here, and I can't go much further here, are the Walking Liberty half dollars. And I will leave a link in the description for this particular article so you can read on, and talks about two more issues. Walking Liberty half dollars, and if that doesn't look familiar, American Silver Eagle, right? then the easiest to collect out of all of these is the Franklin half dollars. And like I said, I'll leave a link in the description for that, and I'll give you the overall conclusion here. The 4 different favorites we've looked at have a lot to offer to any collector, whether he or she has been enjoying the hobby for years or has just started recently. The $2 types we saw have a huge, rich classical history, as well as a modern reprise in 2021. The 2 half-dollar types offer some high-grade pieces and plenty of proof coins, all at very good prices. It's really no wonder that this foursome of Big Silver remains a big collector favorite. Outstanding article. Really well done, Mr. Mark. Appreciate that. Now, for my +1 today, I wanted to show you this really cool video. It's Redbone, Come and Get Your Love, official music video. And I will leave a link in the description for this music video as well. So it's a really cool song to get your morning going. Now, listen, folks, I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by today. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.